Please join me in welcoming our new fearless champion, the leader of our women's basketball program, Candace Whitaker.
Coach Whitaker, first of all, welcome back, welcome home. It's not just back to Texas Tech, but it's back to West Texas. How does that feel for you and your family?
It feels great. I mean, there's nowhere else we'd rather live. I started out in Valparaiso, Indiana, and I've slowly made my way south. And our families are thrilled, and we're thrilled, and this is home for us.
Talk about the whirlwind that has been since probably the past 11 days when we found out that Coach Curry was leaving for Alabama. You were at the top of Kirby's list. Talk about the whirlwind.
You know, I was actually in Villa 7, which is a seminar that Nike puts on and invites top assistant coaches to, and they invited me to the mock interview section the day before. So it was quite ironic that I had just gone through that process, got home on Sunday from that, and got a call Monday. So I felt kind of fortunate that I had just learned a lot about the interview process and dealing with getting a job in the first 20 days, the first 100 days, and the whirlwind that surrounds that. So I felt pretty prepared for it, but it's exciting. I mean, it's crazy. You get all kinds of people reaching out to you, but it's all such positive things, and I'm just thrilled to be here.
You are no stranger to the warm acceptance and the support that Lady Raider Nation has. As a former Lady Raider, what have you experienced so far now as the 6th head coach in Lady Raider Nation?
You know, again, just so many people reaching out, from ex-Lady Raiders to fans that, you know, I think were familiar with me as a player, and fans that are excited to continue to support the program. And that's one of my huge goals, just really reach out to everybody and welcome them into the program, that this is their program and these are their Lady Raiders, and we're going to work our tails off to make it as good as it can be, and get the right people in place, and something that they can be really proud of.
You obviously haven't had much time to really assimilate a staff or even meet with the players. A lot of them, as you mentioned in your press conference, are in Africa at the moment. But what is kind of your first order of business as you get your feet wet here on campus?
Well, my first 2 priorities when they offered me the position, I accepted, and I was able to call, was to call the players. So even though I didn't get to meet with them, I did speak with all of them and some of their parents, especially the incoming signees, and just, you know, reiterate to them who I am and what I'm about, and the vision I have for the program. My second big task is to hire a staff. Fortunately, in the next 2 days, Dr. Henry and Coach Sharp have just been tremendous in getting me meetings set up with academics and compliance, and some daycares in the area, which is obviously very important to me, that I feel comfortable where my child goes to school. And I'm just going to get as much as I can get done in the next 2 days, and then I will be back on Monday permanently, and just hit the road running, and look to make decisions here quickly as far as hiring a staff and moving forward with camps and things that are coming right around the corner.
Let's talk a little bit about the vision, your philosophy, obviously not just in X's and O's and on the court, but in your program and in the locker room and in the classroom.
You know, we want to do things right in all aspects, and as far as the classroom goes, they're a student athlete first. You know, student comes before the athlete, and that's why they're here, and they need to take that very seriously. I take that very seriously. And we're going to make sure we have all the resources in place that I know Texas Tech does, but we're going to make sure our young women are utilizing those resources and excelling in the classroom. You know, being a great teammate and building this program with the right kind of people that I think the community will support and love and want to get to know. And obviously they have to have the right amount of skill and talent to compete here, but I think you can find both, and that's what we'll be in search for. And just continue to grow it and be competitive and take it to high levels eventually. Everything takes time, and we'll need to do things the right way and take our time, but I think you can build it one block at a time where you know, in a few years you look back and you can look at, you know, where we were and now where we've gone.
Texas Tech obviously holds a special place in your heart, but when you're out on the road, and even when you decided to take this job, what was it to you that said, I want to be in Lubbock, I want to be at Texas Tech, and I want to bring others on board so that they can share it too?
You know, I think when you grow up here and you dream of being a Lady Raider, it just, you know, for me, this is it. This is home. This is where I've always wanted to play. This is always where I wanted to coach. And I actually shared a story with Coach Sharp that I had never really shared with anyone when I came on my unofficial visit as a 19, 20-year-old. She was showing me around and asked me, well, you know, Candy, well, what do you think? And all I could think was how I wanted to be like Marcia Sharp and how I wanted to coach at Texas Tech, which is very odd, you know, looking back, and especially for a player at that point in their career, they're not typically thinking about coaching, they're thinking about playing. So, you know, I've always wanted to coach, and that's always been a dream of mine. And I think that was my strength as a player. It was very much more of the middle side and the coaching side of things. And so it just means the world to me to be here and to be able to lead this program.
Well, now you get to work alongside your mentor who you've played for, but we're also more than happy to have you back home. Congratulations.
Thank you. She's going to be a huge asset, and someone who I know will obviously help me in any way I can, and she wants only what's best for this program as well.